Less of the background, more of us.
Yep.
Learn more clues.
Just gotta wait.
Yeah, let's not talk about this out loud.
Mm-hmm.
You can always point to it if you have to. Oh, don't be doing that. Wiped your nose. So we will give this probably 10, 15 minutes actually. Yep, it's counting the clock. I didn't start, but we're good. And make sure they can see the green. See that? That's perfect for my volume right here. If you're down to the first one or the second one, that means they can't hear you very well. So, oh my gosh. You get one. That's it.
One? Oh, no. Oh, someone's here.
Hey, first
Hello.
viewer, please feel free to comment and leave us your name and maybe where in the world you're from. They came and left. That's okay. We understand. Oh, there's two viewers. State your name and where you're from in this lovely world. Crazy world, I should say. You can comment below.
Yep.
If you're nice. Me and my... yeah. We have a teenager, and I love him. So he's going to guitar in the other room, and he's getting actually very, very good. And he's the oldest son. His name is Grant. Our middle son is Gabriel, and he's busy in his room. I think he's watching a show, or he's on the phone, or Fortnite, whatever. And then this is my youngest son, Grayden. And we got 3 viewers. Hello. So we're going to kind of just chat and just kind of...
We're
not going to get into it right now. Wait till we get at least 10 or 20 people, but we can still just side chat right here.
Yeah, but they're the first 3 songs.
The first 3 matters. Absolutely. Yep. First one. Oh, we know this fellow. Brian. I'm Renee from Hannibal, Missouri. You went to college with Julie. That's right. Okay. Living in West Palm Beach currently. You're in Palm Beach. We're in Palm Bay. So, but yeah, Brian, is it pronounced Fareau? Phareau. But welcome. Now that I see that name, I'll be looking for that. Did they send a heart?
Yeah.
Is that something they sent? Well, thank you for the heart. That's adorable. It's very sweet. I'll take anything I can get these days. My goodness. I don't have my main squeeze anymore. Are those what I can send them, Grayden?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I sent myself some love. That looks kind of conceited. We don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm only smiling today because the last 4 or 5 days I've been extremely faint. Doing an errand or a chore, let's say Walmart, wherever, I've been exhausted. My neck and shoulders have been ripped apart from me, stretched for dozens of feet is how my body feels. Just in the last 4 or 5 days, Monday maybe. I don't know. I didn't feel like this last week, but someone told me Dad was running off of adrenaline, getting stuff done. They do that for 2 weeks. You shut down quick. So we got 5 viewers. Hello. State your name and where you're from in this world. Julie would love that. That's why we're doing this. And as I do this, I'm feeling better a little bit because she would love this. She was not a YouTube fan. She was definitely not a tech girl at all. But she did want to create a community. And she knows we boys love it a lot. And it gets us out of ourself a little bit. She knows I would never cry like a baby on video, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong. You might see me. You might see me cry, and that's okay. That's what I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm 49. Your hair looks fine. It looks fine. Oh, 1 viewer. People popped off. I get it. We're not the most exciting thing in the world. So
You just gotta wait for more. And hopefully.
Yeah, that's tough. We'll pull the cord eventually. We're not going to wait for 20 or 50 minutes. But
we aren't gonna go on for an hour.
no, not for. Well, it's still a video. It still gets logged.
I guess.
So like any other video, this is production, and
So
it's sincere. It's when I mean production, I mean it's us sitting in front of video, getting our thoughts out.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we do that ourselves and post it tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
or we do it live, same difference. So it's a good way to look at it. So Brian's on. Grayden's going to learn how to dip out real quick whenever he has to yawn. When our boys yawn like that, especially when they're little, I'd be like, here's the call of the wild. So when our little boys would yawn hardcore, they look like baby lions. Given that
you did like a war or something earlier, like when we were like cleaning or something, you did like a big like yawn or something. I don't know what that was.
When was this?
Like I think we were cleaning and like I was coming
Where?
out of that room.
Oh, like today?
Yeah, today.
And I was yawning?
Yeah, or something. It was like big, like it was a weird noise. I'm not joking.
Thanks for that creepy, weird, odd story. I have no recollection of. I wasn't even sure what place you were talking about where we used to live. I thought it was a story from.
It's like right, like earlier.
Okay, we'll start with that. Say earlier today, because then I know where it was. That was here.
But like you opened.
Oh, text message. Let's see who. I'll read it. Yeah. Oh yeah. So it was a text message from the lovely province of Saskatchewan, where Dad went to high school. I lived in a dormitory. My dad and stepmother are amazing people, and I've always loved them. And I was always a good kid, but I did not have good grades. But I respected them, and they sent me to a school. They sent me to school that was high on academics, appreciated athletics, and the arts, but it was a very academic school, and great place to raise your teenagers if they are a bit much, or you just lived in an area of the world where the education was subpar. And living in Michigan, the education was definitely not subpar. But my father felt that I needed to have a different environment, and I agreed, and I was excited to go. Love them, but that dormitory life can be a bit intimidating for some. I probably had moments, I'm sure, especially my freshman year. I can't imagine. But I loved it. I loved it. And, oh, there he goes. Off to the side, man. Just off to the side. Just take one for the team and just put your face off the frame. There you go. Then you come back. Do it again. Pretend you're yawning. Go. There you go. He's a good learner, isn't he?
Okay.
Look at him smiling. He takes amazing tutelage from his old man daddy. So anyway, yeah, so I just got a text message from one of my old coaches, my old teacher, and having these relationships kind of pick up a little bit is refreshing, and it's not wasted on me at all. It's very much appreciated. So again, we're just gonna. I know I got 3 of you. We've mentioned Renee. If there's anyone else, it looks like there's about 3 of you on. If anyone else wants to introduce themselves or say hi, we would love that. Grayden would love it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to. Yeah. This is a community we're building slowly and surely. We still have to learn how to properly give folks notice that we're going live. At the end, when you go live, it says date and time. And I'm like, I don't read things as well as the kids do or my friends do, I think, well, if I'm dating it, that's not live. No, you're still going live, but you're giving people a heads up in a day or 2 or 3. And I think that's how all of you folks get notices. So remember to have that notification checked for whenever we post anything. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this. I know sharing a GoFundMe or sharing a video channel is kind of awkward because you don't want to bother your friends and family. But on occasion, if you could remember to do that, that'd be great. We'd like to promote this and share this. Numbers are not the key, but it's important to me and the kids. It really is. Because like I said, a community, in our opinion, is 5,000 people. It's also 100 people, right? But we'd rather have more numbers so we can reach out to more people around the world, offer a little bit of optimism when we're feeling optimistic. We can share our sadness and our gloom when we're really down. And even when I'm ticked off or a little pissed at the world or my situation and not having my loved one next to me. Sorry for the language. But yeah. So Renee got the notification. That's awesome. And then if you are an early riser, something I'm going to call people who are on here early, like Renee or whoever, we might have to sound like a broken record because 10 or 20 people might pop on all at the same time 20 minutes later and might have to reiterate ourselves. And Grayden's going to get kicked off of live viewing if he yawns one more time because that's just weird. I don't know. That's just a phenomenon with you.
And I took a nap today.
I know. You did a good nap. I didn't even ask you or make you.
And this happened the last time we took a
nap. Maybe you should be more involved. What would you like to talk about that's productive for the folks, that's related somewhat to what this channel is about?
Well, I think this channel is more about like mom and like community. Like people talking about my mom and like I'm sharing about her.
Okay.
Like spreading it to people.
Like,
right. In like a group or something like.
Give me a quick example of what you would like to see in terms of your involvement.
Like, remember the first celebration of life in Missouri?
You gotta speak up. Yep, watch your level. Yep. You're good.
But yeah, kind of like that, because like people came together and mom talked.
Yes.
So like, I just I want people to share more, like instead of us sharing, because like we have nothing to share about. It's just kind of boring. Like
we have a lot to share.
Well,
it's not boring, and we can't have others share our story because they don't know it. You mean their grief?
Yeah.
Yes.
If people, thoughts.
Yep. If you're going through something,
yeah.
Maybe they lost a dog, someone they love preciously, right? Or something in their life, and they see this and say, hey, I can relate, and comment and share your support and tell us a little bit about these. Comments aren't meant to be 2-3 paragraphs long, and they're hard to read, but 3 sentences, 10 sentences, open up your heart, share with us. I love to read them, and I love to give these and hearts. Do a heart for me. I don't like doing those. Those are cheesy. Up high, let it rain.
So I gotta do it?
You've got it. There you go. That's okay. Put your arm up. Do that again.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Up higher, over by me. Yep. Now leave it there for 20 minutes.
Okay. 20 minutes? No.
No?
20, no.
Okay.
I don't think it should be that long.
See, this is what my kids do, is they help me smile. They help me breathe. Yeah, getting dressed in the morning, cleaned up for them in a heartbeat. But when I'm thinking about me, just kind of want to stay in bed and pull the blankets over my head and do a really weak, pathetic cry. It's not even like a full-fledged cry. But how long have we been going on for? 15 minutes and only 3 viewers. Oh my goodness. So, like I said, Renee's awesome. We got a couple thumbs up. So I wonder if I highlight over it, if that does anything. No. Just lets us know. That's fine. All right. Well, it's been 15 minutes, so we're going to slowly but surely get into what we're going to talk about today. And again, hope some of you see this and love it. And I hope it doesn't bore, like you said, some folks, because it could. We get that. This is not an entertainment channel by any means. It's an episode of a real situation that we're dealing with. So greetings from Mike and from
Grayden.
That's right. Dad's blood pressure. I've had some major issues the last 4 years with blood pressure, 2 strokes in 3 years. It's limited my ability to work. And detached retina in this eye. If you see me close this eye, it's because I can't see through it. So it kind of messes me up. I try to look normal, though. That's just been last year or 6 months for the eye situation. Had surgery on it. Going back to get the oil replaced or not replaced, emptied. But that's not for another, could be 12 months, but it could be a few months. So I have to see the retina specialist next week. They're going to check it out. So, but blood pressure is normally way high. Even with a couple medicines, it's been 190s over 90. And that for me is good. And that's horrible. So they put me on a couple other blood pressure medicines back in December when I had a stroke. And I've been taking those religiously, and they've been working wonderfully. My blood pressure for the last couple of weeks, even right before Julie's passing, has been in the 140s over 70, or even much better, like 120 over 60. And the boys love to hear those numbers, and so do I. I don't know when I've ever had those numbers, to be honest, in recent memory. Maybe in my 30s or 20s, I have no idea. So that's been really weird, because when you have that issue with blood pressure, you just want to go to sleep. You don't want to do anything. Walk around the house, doing a load of laundry, picking up a couple things is excruciatingly hard. You feel like you're 5,000 pounds. You feel like you just don't want to. And it's physically on you, like an anchor. That's a good analogy. You feel like you have this albatross. And I know I'm going through a lot. And I'm wondering if my body is exhibiting these signs of grief. I wonder if there's because I'm not trained in this stuff, I wouldn't be surprised, but I wonder if there's a physiological, I got it out, physiological wear and tear on the heart, the brain, the body, because like someone had said to me, I've been living or functioning off of adrenaline. Well, adrenaline is supposed to be used for minutes, maybe hours, not days or weeks. So maybe that's what this is about. And I'm also leery of the boys because they've bounced back, in a sense, after day one when they first learned. They haven't been grieving much. They haven't wanted a big talk. So I remind them every, 2-3 days, hey, I'm here. You okay? I love you. If you want to talk, pull me aside. I got a good shoulder. Crying is absolutely healthy just because I haven't done it a lot. I've been careful not to shelter them from tears. I just have a really hard time naturally producing that unless it's 100% authentic. And usually it's very blubbering and it's extremely harsh and exhausting. So I think my body just holds on to it a lot, and that's not good. So yeah, the blood pressure was today, I think it was 95 over 50. And I was not feeling good at all. If you see me dip my head down, I'm just taking quick action on my phone. I apologize. Getting rid of notifications. So I remember, I had Julie in my head saying, have a cracker. Have a snack. Don't binge on it. But have a sodium-based snack. Which is ironic because I was told in December, no more sodium for you. You're on a low sodium diet, like sugar with my diabetes. Yeah. You can't win. And I've been not great at low sodium lately, but I've been really decent. these numbers suggest I've been fasting and not having any sodium at all. And I haven't been that good. I've been decent. But again, maybe it's not my diet. Maybe it's just simply my body. I don't know. So, no, I don't want to go get checked. I've been to the doctor more times than any 49-year-old man should be. Honestly, I got to give myself grace in a lot of ways. Once or twice, absolutely. Check your health. Get it looked into. Invest in it every little bit you can, even if you're broke like we are. But I am talking and I'm doing this and I'm smiling because I feel a bit more aware and awake and alert. And I think my blood pressure is probably around that 120 over 60 or 70. So a bit sluggish. I got to be careful. But I'm thankful to be here and chat with Jans a lot. Sir Jans a lot.
Okay.
How was your week this week at school? Honest and be clear. And look at the light bulb.
Oh.
That cute little light bulb.
Okay.
It's not cute, but don't cover it, no.
It's just been regular. I don't know.
You know.
Well,
regular, that's good. That's good.
Nothing much happened.
Okay. No friends console you or act a bit awkward around you? Or feel sad for you or looked... No?
Because I've been acting normal at school. I've been like...
Has that been hard for you or no?
No.
Good. No, that's good. A little bit? Or...
I don't know.
I get it. It's awkward at school to show them your feelings all day long. It's that's got to be hard. So it's one thing to put up a wall a little bit to function in this world, but you don't want to have that up all the time where you become someone you're not, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got 6 folks viewing. If you could comment where you're from, say hey, say hello, that'd be awesome. I get a drink. Let's see if Miss Renee might have a little story to share in the chat, a brief one or a question. That was also a great idea Grayden had. Whenever we go live, let's introduce the idea that we should have a segment, whether it's 5 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever, 40, where we open the floor and folks can ask us some questions or share a story if they grew up with Julie, if they knew her personally. We're also going to implement Grayden's question of the day. Not yet. That's later. Yeah. We're in little segments. And some will be deep and a little emotional, but some will be lighthearted and kind of cute and I think refreshing. You're going to write a note? Okay. Oh, my boys are right-handed like their mom. I am not.
This guy over here is left-handed, which is weird.
It's not weird. It's right. Left is right.
Okay. You know what's right? Pineapple pizza. Hate on me in the comments today. Okay,
well, that's Grayden's comment of the day. Best pizza in the world is Hawaiian, is what it's called. Ham and pineapple. Mm-hmm. And I prefer it with a light barbecue sauce, not marinara, because of mold. And marinara of any kind ever is torture. I take something for it so I can eat it. 5 years ago, I could not. I don't hate it. I just am not a big fan of it. And it's a bit too tart for me. And I know lots of people love marinara, but that's Grayden's comment of the day. It's an arbitrary comment. Yeah. It's a pizza thing. Grayden does eat pepperoni and sausage, but he loves his pineapple like his mom and his dad.
Me, mom, dad, and Grant like it.
Grant doesn't count.
Oh, yeah.
Grant likes everything.
Yep.
Grant is not a picky eater. I am actually a picky eater, believe it or not.
Also, Gabe doesn't like it. Gabe likes pepperoni and sausage, the original kind.
Right.
Gabe's kind of a rare boy to feed, but it used to be. He's getting better with taste buds, I'd say. But I don't know.
So, Renee, thanks for the comment. Mentioned it looks like Julie was looking for some professional opinion about an issue, and I could guess what it might be, but I don't want to discuss that on YouTube. But it looks like she seek counseling, which is wise, obviously, and it looks like where she stayed in Moberly after she graduated, her house was always open to friends and college kids as well. So, yeah, Julie loved feeding the college kids because she was just recently removed from that age group and she probably missed it. And I know what it's like to be a part of a couple different college and career groups through the church. Very different, but very similar. You get together, you commune with like-minded people who don't want to go drinking and partying. And you just want to play board games and talk about maybe even intimate things you're wrestling with in this world. And you're around folks who are Christ-focused and aren't going to give you a worldly view. So that's always great to have. And her home was that welcoming place. It was tiny. Tiniest little home in the world. It was like, you don't know this. You don't know these numbers, but it was like 900 square feet, if that. And but always clean and proper and good to go. And she could cook so well.
Was that the red and yellow house?
Inside, she had some dark burgundies.
Yeah.
And a mustard yellow.
She said it was after a restaurant in Moberly.
No.
Or something.
No, her brother teased her.
Oh, yeah.
For her interior decorating because it looked like it was a Ronald McDonald house. Had some of the reds and yellows that, McDonald's was kind of very known for in the 80s and 70s. So, and hi, Joe.
Yep.
You pray for us both. Well, thank you very much for that prayer. We appreciate it. It means the world to us. We've got a lot of people praying. And so when I am down or I'm really, really in that cloud of deep depression, I know not to let that be where I live. I try not to stay in that depressed moment. It might last for a couple hours or a couple minutes. But I know I've got dozens, if not literally hundreds of people praying for us. So,
yeah. All right. Well,
okay. So Renee was saying no meals were served, so I'm assuming that meant over at Central, where she lived at the dorms, the college.
She said that.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's a nice. Oh, that makes sense. Sunday, yeah. So those kids all had to fend for themselves, which is not that hard to do. $5, $10 back then, and those kids could eat. Perfect for the day. Ramen noodles, mac and cheese, whatever. Go to McDonald's and get a cheeseburger. One day they can survive. And I think by Julie having people over, that was
nice, though.
So nice. Whether it was 5 kids that showed up or probably 20 throughout the day or the hours or whatever it might have been.
Ireland.
Oh, we're going to cry now. We love our Ireland. We love everywhere. Whether you're in Japan or Thailand, that I can't wait to see those pop up one day. And that might be in a year from now. Who knows? But Ireland, we love you. Bucket list for me personally. Oh, yeah. I got to go to Cork.
In 2020, we were supposed to go, but
we were.
It was 2020.
Yeah, Dad saved up and we paid for a cruise. We didn't have the airfare paid for, but Julie loves this story. Well, she's sad because we never got to go do her Waterford Crystal, the blowing of that. But she wanted to see where Dad was from. She couldn't wait. She was ecstatic to go. She loved that we had heard from just a couple family members that if and when you're coming, let us know. And we'll be there to greet you. And the person, I forget who I spoke to, it was an email. It was a Flynn. And I can't remember the gentleman's name or even how I found him. But he said there will be a car to meet you, or cars, plural, to take you and your family out, which that chokes me up a little bit because I was just love. Don't even know the stranger at all. But we have a proud name and a family crest. It's blue with the yellow sons and a wolf. I think it's 3 sons, like the planetary suns, not human suns. But yeah, it's good to see that.
Also, Joe said that he lost his daughter 5 years ago, and he's still sad.
Oh,
my dad's
sister.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You're not twin. You got to make sure you edit yourself before we. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Joe, losing anyone is hard, let alone a child, let alone a sister, let alone a twin. That's got to be
hard.
Yeah, because it's a twin, and twins we all know are very rare and unique, and so our hearts go to you for that.
But my dad always says that this guy says that you can't really get over grief. It will stick with you forever. You can only lighten the blow.
Yes, very insightful. Yes. And that's not something I came up with. I learned that this week as well. I mentioned it to Grayden, and he retained it. My boys are, especially Grayden, are really good at retaining things I teach them. I was never like that when I was a kid. So Joe said, first of all, Renee mentioned that Julie's cooking saved the day. Yeah, her cooking was it was amazing. And I miss it. So Joe says, at Grayden, my Irish roots is in Merseyside. They came from Ireland, and I want to see Ireland one day. Beautiful country, yeah.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, and I knew a lot of Scottish ladies that worked on Mackinac Island, Michigan, seasonally. They had the J-1B visa. Most people don't know what that is. It's big in hospitality. But our staff would come over, I think about 8 or 12 of them, and they would, part of their college, internships or whatever, externship, and beautiful young ladies with amazing accents. Julie met most of them, and she's like, oh my gosh, they sound adorable, because Julie and I loved that British Isle, UK accents and the great differences that all of your nations share, whether it be Welsh or England or Ireland or Scotland. And I'm not big into the kids movies like Julie was with the boys, but when I went to them, I went and I was excited, and some I just didn't go to. Oh, don't let it happen. Hold it back. There you go. Good job. But when Brave came out, was it Brave?
What?
Merida? What? The Scottish girl. Disney. Brave.
What are you talking about?
Oh, no.
I don't know what
he's having a breakdown.
You're having
No, the steam's going to come out.
You mean Epic? Also, that was from another.
Epic?
I don't
Hold
know
on.
what you're talking about. Wait.
I'm going to yell, but I don't want to yell because it'll blow up the speakers. Disney movie 8 years ago with the redhead from Scotland.
Oh, yeah, it might be Brave.
Keep in mind, he was probably 3 when it came out.
Arrow.
Merida.
Person.
Merida. With the what is it? The bow and arrow that could go straight through your heart, make you fall in love with her. Julie loved when I do accents because I'm horrible at it, but she thought it was pretty funny. She liked it. Sometimes when I get mad or I talk in a Scottish accent, I'm not Scottish at all, and I don't know what I'm doing. But those are good ways to laugh at Dad. So the Murray side for Joe, interesting.
Yeah.
So is it? I don't want to say it wrong. Married. Mary. The lass from Ireland. I'm from County Carlow in Ireland. All right, so I know where Cork is. County Cork. Would that be northwest or northeast or central north? Because I know you're not south of Cork. I don't believe. I don't think anyone is.
She said how to say it. Married.
Hold on. So, Diamond Cutter, hello to you, 2 handsome young men. Been doing the rabbit hole dive, catching up with you. So sorry about your wife and your mom, Sugar. First of all, only one good-looking gent at this table, and he's sitting to my left.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. So thank you for that. That's very nice. And yeah, I like that. Brave was a good movie. Oh, I loved it. In fact, I might need to watch it today or tomorrow.
Okay.
I loved it. I can't believe it hasn't had a sequel. I love that young lady's brashness and her boldness. And Julie was not like that. Julie was a much more tempered lady, but she loved Brave. She's like, oh, I like her sass. And I said, I love her sass. Very sassy girl. Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you, Diamond Cutter, for saying that.
Yeah, it's very sweet. That made us feel very nice. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and get that algorithm kicking. They said, I agree.
Yeah.
We're not built to be a 1.2 million subscriber channel. That's not gonna happen. It's not ever gonna happen. It's not ever. It's not hoping. No. If we reached 100,000 subscribers, I'd be away. Like 10,000 would be huge. 5 is my goal, and to consistently keep it at that range. If not 20,000, that'd be great, obviously. But we want to grow this community. Like Jerry Seinfeld, we want to be a YouTube channel about a family grieving the loss of a mom and a loved one, and the rest about nothing at all. We're just going to be unique and a little bit different and a little bit quirky, and have fun doing that.
Yeah. My married family came from Cork.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Joe. They came from Cork. So it's a big town. It looks like, 200,000 people? Maybe 300,000? Hey, Siri, how many people live in Cork, Ireland?
In 2022, the population of Cork was 222,333.
That was in
Good
2022.
Guess. That's recent. That's good. Sorry if I set off everyone's phone. I shouldn't have said her name out loud. I apologize. I just remembered that. 222,000 folks live there, so it's definitely not a small town of, 20,000 people or 40,000. It's a good sized town. So, and ironically enough, I was from a town of that population that has boomed since then. It's now got 500,000. It sounds very British. I was born and raised in London, Ontario, Canada. You okay?
Yep.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. We're up to nine viewers. That's awesome. If we get to 20, you can do a dance. Just dance. Okay. I'll know we hit 20. Don't knock over my drink, though.
Well, I can stand up and look out.
No, stand. Yeah, back up and do a little. Diamond Cutter said, I hope you continue to do these lives. I really enjoyed them, and I know a lot of people do as well. May take a little while for people to catch up on, but you'll get there. Well, that's very nice. That's very nice. Interesting. I wonder why everyone can't comment that nicely. Right?
Oh, yeah.
No. Well, we got to watch it. Yeah, we both got to be careful because the haters, we love you too. The haters will hate, and boy, do they ever. They take things you say the wrong way. They do not get clarification. Oh, you're southeast from Dublin. Thank you. When you said that, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think anyone's south of Cork, right? It's right on the southern coast.
Oh,
the bluffs.
10 people.
Ooh.
Hello.
Grayden's going to have to dance soon.
Okay. 10 more people and I'll dance.
Oh, there you go. You heard it here. You heard it. I'm not dancing for nobody. I'd dance for my wife, I suppose. But yeah, no.
Okay.
Hey, she thought I was a pretty awesome dancer.
What dance did you do?
I'm not a choreographer. I don't know names of dances. I just get up and I just move. I just let the I just let the body express its love for sound.
Oh, another person. Hello. Okay.
We're amazing, said Money. Said no one ever, except for your mama, right?
Okay.
Your mama would say we're amazing. Yeah, Julie would. Julie would be sitting over there across from us, waving at us, smiling, going, "You're doing good, Grayden. You're doing." She would, and then Grayden would be like, "Okay, stop, Mom, stop."
Diamond Cutter named his Alexa
No, don't say it. We don't want to set it off.
Ziggy?
No.
It won't work.
It could.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
That's my whole point. You don't want to say it. Just say Iggy.
Oh, Money's asking how's your blood. Oh, wait. We need to.
We should do a. Who wants to do a live blood pressure test? I think it's a lot better because you guys are totally helping me. Yeah, the house is a hot mess because we just moved in like, I don't know, 40 days ago. And Dad's not a very extremely clean fellow. I can if we have company coming over. Julie loved that. I loved having friends and family over. And I didn't love cleaning, but I sure did because I didn't want to. Well, I don't want to look like a bum, right? Who does? And also, I wanted to make my wife proud and happy because I was not a consistent cleaner. And like I've said before, she worked majority of our marriage compared to me. So the least I can do as a gentleman and a love is obviously clean the house. And I should have done that a lot more than I did. Let me state that. I don't want to forget that point. I'm going to make that point often because that's something I'm not happy about. So I'll try to get better, but we're still trying to move into this house. So here we go. We're going to start. I'm going to let you take over for at least 20, 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to breathe and look really silly and see what I'm hoping for, like 130 over 60 or 70. Let's use a napkin for our nose. Yeah. Grab a napkin. I just want them to use something other than their hands or shirt like little boys do. Nothing wrong with it. But a little gross. Sharing a little bit of realism here.
All right, let's start it in 3.
I'll hit the button, but I want you to slowly enjoy talking to the crew here at the light without reading too much. You can read. Okay.
I think we've.
But speak up.
So far.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay. Go. They want you to talk to them, buddy.
Sorry. You're supposed to be focusing, Dad. Mm-hmm. I taught him to do that. When I was a little kid, I did. If it worked.
You don't have to be quiet.
All right. 120/80 is normal. I know.
You're whispering.
I don't.
Speak up.
Well, I want you to relax.
Then speak up and share.
This feels weird. All right. Well, I don't know what to talk about you. So. Oh.
Nice.
Much better.
Not loud, but louder.
Wait, show it to the
Yeah, you think it'll show up?
Oh, no, it won't. Wait, maybe?
It is, yeah.
127/77.
That's a win. And I was trying not to laugh because he was cracking me up. Hey, Grayden, talk to the friends overseas there or wherever they live in Missouri and keep them company while I'm quiet and I'm focusing. I taught him how to do that back when I was little. I'm going to whisper like a mouse. When he was in like first grade or whatever, I was having a bad day and I was waiting for him in my rocking chair like an old man does. And he came home and he gave me a hug and I told him about my day and he said, Dad, you got to breathe with an F. Dad, you got to breathe. He got all serious. He says, you got to count to 4 and breathe deep. So I did. And he started cracking up laughing. And after 4 deep breaths, I looked at him and I was kind of making fun of the situation. And I said to him, wow, I feel a million times better. I really do. And Grayden, as a little guy in kindergarten or first grade, I don't know what you're in, he felt like, well, there you go, Dad, you're welcome. Gave me a little hug, little pat in the back, went in the house. And I'm like telling Julie later, I love my little oracle, this little wise man that's like 2.5 feet tall.
I learned that from school.
And Julie loved that about all our kids. But Grayden, that was one of his gifts. He always just blew us away with his unseemingly adorable way of explaining and showing us things that just blew us away, knocked us over with his love and his cuteness, not knowing he was doing it, of course. So, yeah, 120 Purple Hazel, hello. Purple Hazel, what area in the world are you from? You don't have to tell us your town if you don't want to. I don't want anyone to do that. If that feels weird to you, it might. So pick the next town over if that, or the state or province. But yeah, 120 over. I know it doesn't, I like my 140 over 70 or 60. But yeah, that was a good, I still feel a little bit lightheaded. I haven't gone out today. I haven't driven. Not going to Walmart. Not going to treat the kids again for another meal. Real quick, and I might get to that in a second. We've been given so many meals from our church. Again, you guys, if you see this, we love you. You know that. We're so thankful. I haven't eaten tonight, and I get spaghetti.
Yeah.
So you who brought spaghetti, Mr. Jason, you and your family are awesome because I'm looking forward to. I haven't, eaten great. It looks like I have, but I have not been eating very consistently or very well, and that could also lead to low blood pressure. But my stroke, money says you have not explained your stroke story. Also, where can I send money for support? That was very sweet of you.
Should you tell them about?
We will get to it. No rush.
All right.
So my stroke story was back in 2020. My blood pressure, it stems from blood pressure, not dealing with it in my later 40s, mid 40s, and untreated diabetes. And when you do that, your body will send off a flag. And it came through the blood pressure for me. In 2020 in September, my wife dropped me off at the front door of the ER. And it was at that time 250 over 150. So the triage admitted me immediately. They put me in the MRI machine, which was horrible, hurt my neck. Then they put me in the PET scan, I believe, the one that takes like 40 minutes. That was murder because I am a big guy, not huge. I'm 5'10" on a good day, 5'9". But around that 300, 270 range, 270 last few years. Dude, take a break, go to the side and yawn.
That's what.
Even though you're adorable, listen, we've discussed this.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. We love you. But yawn elsewhere. No, go back to where you just were. Yes, that's perfect. That's your yawn zone. We should have like a little zone. There you go. Just after my hand, that's where Grayden gets to.
Wait, I'll be like.
I digress. That's what this channel should be called. I digress.
Okay. No,
Squirrel.
cheesy. That's cheesy.
I know it is. But guess what?
You're cheesy.
I am cheesy dad. 100%
Mm-hmm.
Velveeta everywhere. But anyways, what was I talking about? Blood pressure, Michigan, 2020. Yeah. That happened 3 weeks after my best friend in the world passed away. Suddenly, 72 years old, mentor, love Dee Dee with all my heart. Used to work with her third shift at an answering service for quite a long time. And other ladies, Rose, you're one of them. If you see this, Carol. And that's pretty much it. And Britta, of course, sharp young lady that we love to this day. And so Dee Dee, I would talk to like a mom. I would take her from her family on the phone and we'd chat. Up at 20-minute chat, 2-hour chat. It would just chat. And at least once a week, if not twice, sometimes 3 times. And message each other a lot. And on Facebook, and commented on each other's. She's just, I miss her horribly today. And if I keep talking about it, I'm going to cry for a non-relative that helped show me the business back in the year 2021 or 20.
I think it
was right before 9/11.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was right before 9/11. We were all devastated.
So 2001.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Still good friends with those folks and love them. But so for about 10 years, my sugar was ranging in that 500 to 600 level. I forget what that would be in Canada or the metric system. I think it's like 13, 14, 12, which is brutal. So when you have that for that long, things are going to start popping off in your body. Systems are going to shut down. So I went dealt with my blood pressure after 4 days. I passed the stress test. I was kind of happy about that. I didn't think I would, being a big guy and out of shape and not active at all. And so it was a bad diet of, I changed from regular pop, or in Florida, soda. And I was drinking 2 liters of that a day for a couple decades. That'll do it to you with no water. Literally, maybe 1 cup a week. Maybe. Horrible. Ran my body hard in that regard. Quit drinking booze in my early 20s and late teens. Come from a family very deep in alcoholism, hardcore, and also have a faith where when you're not having just 1 glass of wine and the intention is to get blottoed or plastered, that's sin, and we don't want that. And us always the conflicted drunk, much like a lot of Irishmen. So I wanted to stop drinking for a lot of those reasons. Plus, it's huge in sugar, as everyone knows. So through our marriage, did I drink? Absolutely. Did I drink a lot? No. And Julia enjoyed an occasional wine, but not the fancy stuff. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, by the way, we kind of wanted to be the fancy wine people. We never were at all. We wanted to be the Napa Valley people, but we would have been imposters for sure. Then I said, we should, one time, if we can get to visit there, let's pretend. And she's like, I can wear a nice jacket. I can wear a nice pantsuit. I went, you'd rock a pantsuit. Not many women can. Yeah, that was Hillary Clinton's demise. He has no idea what I'm talking about. Some of you do. But Julie in a pantsuit, whew. I
think you need to calm down a little.
I do. I'm getting flirty. That's breaking my heart. When Julie got done up, like none other, she just blew me away. But anyway, we loved Moscato and Riesling wine. If any one of you love those, and I think they're dessert wines, they're not even like Chardonnay or some of the drier, fancier wines. We loved Moscato, which is big in Michigan because it's a freshwater state, and Riesling. And I believe Riesling needs freshwater, not ocean atmospheres. And that's why Michigan is, by the way, in the last 10 years, you didn't know this, I don't think, 20 years, has boomed and is up there with France and California in terms of Riesling and Moscato wines. But we don't want to spend money on it. And again, I don't want to abuse it. So I just stayed away from it. Never had a problem with it. I just grew out of it. Thank God. That's definitely a God thing for sure. 100%. Camera. Oh. Cameraman. I'm going to carry like a buzzer. Zzz. I don't think that'd be good for live TV or whatever, yeah. YouTube, interweb. I love to call it the interweb. They're like, Dad, it's, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, that blows my sugar right up. So my blood pressure got out of control and I got put on meds. And I'm the guy that stinks at taking meds consistently. Don't know if I don't care. If it was too surreal for me, I don't want to admit it. But I'd take it for a week and then I'd miss it for 3 weeks. And I'd take it for 4 months and I'd miss it for 2 months. And so I've wrestled with that. And then this last December, I was thinking, what were my signs? Remember our signs? I was driving the boys home from church on Wednesday night, church youth group. And I told them I'm feeling off today. I'm feeling a little, right? And by the time I got home, thank God I got home and I didn't stroke out in the car. Oh my word. What a nightmare to hurt someone else by accident. Not only your own children, but possibly another family. That's my horror.
For the summer.
So, excuse me. I'll catch up on the comments below, but keep them coming, folks. Love it. And we got 13 viewers, so we love you. Let us know where you're from. Get busy. Let us know where you're from. And Grayden's reading everything. He loves comments. He eats them up like power pellets. If anyone remembers what power pellets are. But yeah, I was driving home and I said to Julie, I said, I don't know if my sugar's off. We should check it. My blood pressure. I had a monitor. and she came in my room and talked to me. And this is just in the summer, and she had mild pains that were harsh, but she was doing quite well in December, kind of, until she went into the hospital for her own issues. We'll get into that. That's another episode when her white blood count went down way.
Oh yeah.
Horrible. We're both in the hospital in December, for crying out loud. It was a horrible time. But we got God, and we won. We rocked December. We did it good. We had a good Christmas. Everyone was there.
Were you in December?
Yeah. Early, like 5th. I got back for the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we laid some wood on, I don't even remember who we played. Purdue? Iowa? One of them. Iowa, again, I think. Doesn't matter. We're the Big Ten champs, so we'll take it. But that day, if any of you care, and I don't expect you to at all, but that night when kickoff happened, I was half out of it. I was happy to be home. I was almost in tears to be home because I could have still been in the hospital. But whenever that game was played, I should know. What's the drink?
We got 2 topics.
We got 2 more coming up. That's fine.
No, we got 2 topics.
So I came home and my arm was, and today my pinkies on both sides are numb, which I don't like. I do have neuropathy of the legs, knees and under, not the thighs, not the rest of my body. But I could have a tiny bit in my fingers. I forgot what they told me years ago, a couple of years back when we tested it in 2020. So my legs are not painful neuropathy, thank God, but they are numb. I don't feel anything. I have to check them often. And they look like beef jerky, which is not attractive. So we're not going to go there. But I do try to watch those every day. And I try to watch the wounds that can happen. But I'm like, my hand's going numb. My arm is going. And my right side was not the left, like you hear about in the commercials. Your mouth, can you smile? Are you articulating? And I wasn't. And that's what flipped me off. That's what flipped me off. That sounded rude. I apologize for that. That's what flipped me out. Let me reinstate that comment. Because I'm thinking, okay, is this all the trigger signs you're supposed to watch for? Should I call 911? Julie's like, okay, we're going to go. We're going to take you. And Grant's like, Dad, you look, I'm like, I know. And I started laughing because this side of my face went totally paralyzed. I look like Jean Chrétien, the former Prime Minister of Canada, who talked like this. I was laughing because I felt like him, and I was in a good mood. I didn't feel like I was going to pass out when I could have. Grayden started crying because he was worried. He was watching this in real time. He didn't like it. His brothers were concerned, but they're like, are you okay? And I said, I feel drunk, but I don't feel drunk. And I'm acting weird. And Julie's like, let's go. I'm like, all right, everyone needs to settle down. Because that was making me laugh harder and freak out a bit more. So I grabbed my bag, put my laptop in it, put a couple things in it in case they wanted to admit me. And I knew they probably would. Almost 5 days later, nothing wrong with me. And that's the glory to God. It wasn't like I have one big horrible thing. There was a couple things they were concerned about. I have mild congestive heart failure. And we're still looking into that right now. And that's one of the major reasons why I'm not working right now. Even though I'd love to work, I'd love to have a job. I really would. But that plus my eye, the eye in itself does not prevent me from working. But not being able to focus and look at people professionally does. People aren't going to hire me looking like this. That's just the flat out truth. And I've experienced it. Another episode. So that's explaining my blood pressure woes and my wrestles with that. So they added a couple more blood pressure medicines to my previous ones. So one, I before December had been off them for like 3-6 months. Totally irresponsible. My fault. Dad sent me to the hospital. More blood pressure medicines with the goal of getting off every single one of them in the next year. If it takes 2 years, fine. Through diet and exercise, I think that's possible, or at least get down to 1. I'm only 49 years old. Things happen. I get that. So there has to be grace, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm 49, not 69. So things should be working a little bit better. What else? I'm just properly putting someone's shirt back. We don't want any baby cleavage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that later. Okay. Sometimes the kids have their shirts down a little bit low. We like to keep it proper on this channel. Got it? Okay. Not too much skin, right?
Yep.
That's right. That's You're definitely not going to see too much of that with me. Could you imagine if I did this with a tank top? That would be horrible. Who wants to see this guy in a tank top now, right now?
No.
Say that on live TV or live YouTube. If Julie saw me say this, she would turn red. She likes to turn burgundy when I get her laughing and cracking up because she holds her breath. She's one of those that goes like a kid. She holds it like a teacher standing next to her. She's going to get in trouble. Who's behind me?
I don't think.
Is that Grant? I couldn't see. So she'd be laughing at me if I even mentioned tank top. I never, ever wear a tank top. Right, Grant?
No,
Thank you. Should I?
you couldn't rock one.
I could not rock one. Hey, I could rock a tank top like The Rock.
Oh, that's Cap.
You're a boulder.
I hope that's appropriate, whatever that meant.
Older, cause
Oh, bold individual.
No.
Is it an appropriate word?
no, it's what?
I just asked you, is that an appropriate word
And I
for kids
said
to
no.
use?
I said no.
It's not appropriate?
No. Wait, no. It
You're
is.
just confirming my name or
I
on
thought
live
you
TV.
said, is it appropriate? I mean, wait.
Is it an appropriate
Inappropriate.
word? You're saying yes.
It's not inappropriate.
That's what I need to know.
Like boulders, the big rocks.
I thought it was one of those words that meant something gross
No.
or stupid or inappropriate. Sorry for that family moment. See, let's tune into videos where we do things like that.
That was so skibbity.
I hope that meant, I forgot what that meant.
It's just like a random word, like goofy.
Okay, good. Please no more.
All right.
Kibosh on the, no, stop. It's a rule.
All right.
It's a big old fashioned rule. Let's draw the line. Settle down. That's a shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers who reviews things. Flossie Carter, love you. Shout out to White Shoes. That's on his show. We love White Shoes, his cat, who walks all over his tech reviews. And he's got the sassiest, jazziest jingle. Whenever his cat's on the show, she walks around the table. Check it out. You might not, I'm not getting paid to say that at all. We just love that show. He's funny. He says, shout out to White Shoes. And she walks around the table and you see her. And he's got this awesome little jingle strut kind of a song that is adorable. Super, cute song. And then I watched 10 or 20 minutes of his video and I cut it off. But he always says, settle down like a boss, like a captain.
All right.
Love it.
We should
Digress.
Yep.
Yes. Elbow me like nicely and I'll go flying. And that means you're sending me a little
All right.
I digress scroll moment. Dad, what do I do when you're little? Bring it in. Right?
I think.
Bring it in. Or Julie would say, lock it up. She'd try to act off, which would make me crack up. She'd get firm. And she'd only do it once a month. But she'd go, hey, lock it up. Smarten up, mister. And I would just, and then she would blow up into laughter. She couldn't keep a straight face. Horrible actress. Horrible. And I'd just start cracking up and I'd hug her and kiss her and squeeze her tight. And another cute family moment. But anyway, that's my horribly long blood pressure story. I apologize for that. I'm going to let him talk for at least a minute. You're on here soon, okay? Get ready. I need to take a break because guess what? Blood pressure. I need to take a...
All right, let's not get back into that.
See, when I was younger, 5 years ago, Flynn would never have to take a break. I could just keep on talking. Ask the boys. Ask Julie. Especially when you're that cheesy guy who refers to himself in the third person.
Okay.
Right? Like, you know what that means, right?
Oh, wait.
When you refer to yourself.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Let's do the... do you want to do the cue?
Question of the day.
Oh, wait. Together. Let's do it together. 1,
3.
Wait, we're to lean in together, face to face. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And now.
No, it's the what?
Wait, now it's Grayden's questions of the day.
You mean question? Many.
Huh?
Father.
Let's. Oh, I'm trying to take a break, and you're asking me a question.
Okay.
Ask them; they can
Fine.
respond.
Well, how are they going to
Lean
respond
forward.
to this question?
Lean forward. We'll make it a question they can respond to. That is the question.
You're not him. You're not him.
Okay.
Anyways, Are we streaming every Saturday?
So let's propose that.
Let's talk about that.
Okay. Here might be a way to propose that on YouTube. What'd you say? How about Saturday? Well, how about Saturday? What about it?
Are we streaming every Saturday?
Okay. So Grayden wants to know if we're going to be consistent live streamers and if it should be a set day of the week. And should it be Saturday? I'll YouTube that as to what YouTube prefers or suggests for the algorithm, of course. But I like Saturdays. I love Saturdays. Before or after game day when we're in season. Whenever we're in season, which would be late August through till December, January, I strongly suggest we'll do a live stream in the morning, probably 7 a.m., 9 a.m.
Well, then again,
before kickoff, so that way Dad's not in a bad mood. Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
It's been more than 15 games because we're national champs. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know. We're W's.
But before that, there was times where Michigan would lose a game or two.
Or three.
Maybe
3.
Watch it. Settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 3 games a season. Still not a bad team, but definitely not top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Brain fart time. So Saturday mornings, I think we should, what's today? Saturday. That's right. I am honestly, I don't know. My wife passed away and my day has gone away. That was not meant to rhyme. I honestly, don't look at me like that. I honestly don't know what day it is half the time. More than just being 49 years old. Sometimes we have that, right?
That still rhymed.
Shopper girl, first of all, hello. You made my day by joining, and I mean that 100%. You're a Bengals fan, NFL. I know it well. I love it, but I'm a college guy. No qualms with the Bengals whatsoever. You got a guy named Joe at quarterback. Let me tell you, he is sick. He's amazing. And the best part of that young man, what's the best part? You don't know about Joe Burrow. I'm going to tell you something that only you might know on this feed. Joe left a certain school. Do you know why? Because he was too smart and he was too good. Okay? He went to LSU. And some people that I don't want to disparage on this channel, because those people are more than welcome to support us.
Mm-hmm. So
he went to a small, tiny school in Central Ohio. In fact, the school is referred to as the Harvard of Central Ohio. Love that joke. Not all of Ohio, not the Midwest, not the country. Ohio State University is the Harvard of Central Ohio. We also have Tia from the extremely well-respected state of Wisconsin. I believe you folks up northwest there say, on Wisconsin. Well, I can't say that and mean it, but I love that slogan that you've all created yourself. There was a day, not recently, but maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, where Michigan would play Wisconsin, and I was extremely concerned. Extremely concerned. And no one wants to play in Madtown. No one wants to go to Madison, Wisconsin. If you don't know college football, folks, it's by far, I'd say, in the top 5 venues in America for college football that you do not want to play at. They start jumping around, and it gets lit quick. Did I do that right?
I think.
It gets lit. They all jump around like insane. It's intimidating. Mm-hmm. So what a lot of schools have been doing just recently, I think in the last several years, 5, 10 years, they're all jumping around too. They're with it. And when I saw Michigan doing that, I'm like, okay, it's off the hook. I love this. So yeah, we love the Badgers. We love the Big Ten. -1. But anyway, I was going to join a podcast or create one years ago called "Oh, How We All Love to Hate Ohio State." We all get to pick on the one, and that's okay with me. And ironically enough, there's a few Buckeyes in this world who I love dearly.
Oh, yeah.
And it pains me to say that. Pains me to say that. A lovely young woman who's going through a lot of her own troubles from our church, who now lives back in Ohio. We're not going to say names. If I don't say a name, don't say it. That means I'm trying to be.
You said a name earlier.
That's fine. Then that's okay.
All right.
Right. Our old church in Saginaw, Michigan, the youth minister, great guy from Michigan, loved Ohio State. But secretly in the nursery, his adorable little baby girl, who Julie watched in nursery, forget her name, I might come up with it in a minute later. I used to teach her how to sing Hail to the Victors. And she wasn't even 2 years old. She could barely walk. And I hope and pray one day she starts, well, I know she wouldn't. I didn't sing it enough to her to learn it. But I was planting a seed. And hopefully one day that girl might decide to cheer for the maize and blue. And it's okay if you don't. Yeah, the first few years, Julie rolled her eyes and she liked it, didn't care. Then she got to the part for several years where she really liked it. Oh, excuse me.
All right.
You're good. Move over to your left. There you go. We're just getting reassessed here. Yeah. So Julie always cared. She loved it. And she's like, I'm not a huge football person. I know it a little bit. I know like a first down is huge and touchdowns are huge. And what are those things when they get the quarterback? And I said, the sack. Defense. She goes, yes. She goes, so I don't mind watching a little bit, like half a game. And if you ever have guys over, can I cook for them? First of all, that's a guy's dream. Let's be honest. That's old fashioned. I get it. Sounds sexist. I get it. I was raised in that environment. I said that to her. I said, honey, you don't have to cook for us. I'd rather you join us and be a part of the team, be a part of the environment. She said, look, I said, I'll watch some of it with you. I'd love to do that with you, but I have no problem hosting, making snacks, making a meal. And the way she said that, you guys, and for some of you, I know are going to understand this because she liked to have college kids over and feed them from the Bible college, right? Yep. She's a hostess. That was her jam. That was her game day. If she could, that's a good way to the analogy, the metaphor, whatever. She loved that. So to have that kind of person, I was just, I was tickled pink, as she'd say, all the time when she was ecstatic about something. Her college team was Missouri by way of default because she lived 40 minutes from the University of Missouri, Columbia. Tigers, very respectful college football team, not a powerhouse. They did beat Michigan back in like 81, I believe, which was a shock.
But did they also beat Ohio recently?
You just ruined my whole entire story.
I don't care.
Oh.
Bro. I
gotta watch what you say.
Sorry.
We're on YouTube. I gotta put him in his place, folks. I love him. He's my mini-me. Settle down. That was what I was getting to. So hold on. I told Julie this year, guess who Missouri's playing in the bowl game because they had a great year. And she said, who? And I said, oh, Missouri Tigers, your Missouri Tigers, black and gold, are playing the Ohio State Buckeyes. And Julie smiled, and she, in a cute kind of way, said, bring it on. And I said, absolutely. So I cheered for Mizzou, which I do sometimes a little bit, not much at all. But yeah, I cheered for them. And as my research showed, my light research showed, Missouri had a really good chance of winning that game. And I thought they would. And I don't bet on sports at all. But if I was a betting man, I'd put $100 on that game. And they beat Ohio State because all Ohio State's talented studs didn't play. And I know why. And it's weak. And that's what you expect from a weak program. Sorry, but true. And they lost 14-3. If every player showed up for Ohio State and they practiced with an intention to hurt Missouri, they could have. And they could have won that game easily, I'd say 38-21, 38-14. They could have won that, and they should have, and they know that. Anyway, so when I told her that, she was so happy. Both our teams, if you will, even though she liked Michigan just as much. Yeah, both our teams were the only losses for Ohio this year, and they ended up in the final, barely the top 10. They were ranked 10th at the end of the season. So we're going to get off that topic because this is about my wife. But it included her because, like I said, Missouri, she had a heart for them a little bit. Would she turn into them playing? No. Would she turn into a Michigan game? Yep, if I wasn't here, but for 10 minutes, maybe 20. Maybe a bit longer if it was really captivating, but she'd check in for scores for sure.
I think she watched the 2021 against Michigan and Ohio.
Oh, at the apartment when we first moved back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of it's self-preservation. She wants to know how grumpy Dad's going to be, so she likes to get the score. And she'll text me, way to go, honey. So let's get back to this stuff.
All right,
These awesome people. So Shopper Girl, Kentucky. Beautiful blue. Is it Blue State or is it the blue? It's horse racing. Great basketball, of course. Obviously, Kentucky Wildcats having a moment there. So back to money. To donate, Julie Flynn Strong on GoFundMe. If you go to GoFundMe, she's got a very ambitious goal that I did not choose. It's highly unrealistic. It was not my choice. Some people have commented and think that's horrible that Julie chose the goal that she chose. No idea why anyone has an opinion. I have no idea why that offends anybody. I agree. I don't think we're going to hit $500,000. But if you know of an NFL owner, or if you know Sting, the performer, or if you know who else?
Anyone?
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. If you know someone, send them a text. Send them a link. You know, that was Julie's whole thing. You don't know if you don't ask. And it's to support the boys. So GoFundMe, it's under Julie Flynn Strong. And it's actually under our description here. There's a link. There's a blue link at Julie Flynn Strong here on YouTube. Right? Yeah. There's a link. It'll take you right there. And you can proudly state your name, or you could go into private, which again, for some folks like doctors or people who don't want to be known, they can donate, whether it's $10,000 or 10. I love that about this. And I know a lot of folks don't like to use GoFundMe because they do lose 3%. So a lot of the folks from our churches, there is a post office box mentioned in our description. We're going to fight over the, yeah, it's okay. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. Go up front. Elbow, we got to fight for, in a couple of years, he'll be way too big to fight. He'll be like just pushing Dad over.
It's not my fault. He's a lefty.
Okay. Less, there you go. Less sharing on the little things. But there's a post office box, and I am actually using that more for gifts are obviously accepted. We'd love that, but it's for the boys, not for me. And whether it's a haircut gift card, want to be creative, or McDonald's gift card, or a postcard, all cards accepted. Postcard, where are you from? Brag, right? 2 or 4 sentences. We love you. We're supporting you. We're from Bellevue, Washington. Is it Bellevue? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a nice big city up in Washington State. Who we beat in the national championship. Washington Huskies, the gold and purple team that had that gorgeous gold helmet with the W.
There's a lot of people left.
They have sweet unis. We're down to 4 people.
All right, let's make this.
No, we're not going to rush away.
Yeah, I guess. And plus, it's being uploaded.
And 8 more new people might
True, I guess. Yeah.
plug in like 4 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So we might have to go for 4 hours.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm not
I
going
I
for.
can. I can.
No, that's even a lot for me. We're almost at an hour and a half, so I think we might pull the plug at an hour 30. We're at an hour 18 already. Hour 19 right now. Okay. So let me catch up to this.
Oh.
Don't read over me because that gets she said busted. Shopper Girl. Any fun plans for the summer? Well, does Shopper Girl not wait? Yeah, does Shopper Girl not know 2 weeks or less what we're doing?
Oh,
Speak up.
but
Let
that's
the camera.
not summer. But like,
No.
yeah, I guess.
But that's huge for us. Church friend
so
supported us.
A church
Start with
friend
that.
supported us
As a gift.
Go as a gift to go on a cruise. Adventure of the Seas.
Well, let's not. Yeah, we're not going to give you the ship and the date and the time.
Sorry.
That'd be a little bit creepy. So we're teaching. It is Adventure of the Seas. It's an older ship. It's not one of the big fancy new ones, but it's a huge treat. It's a lady that goes to our church who's just a phenomenal person, going through a lot of her own issues, as we all are. And when she talked to Julie about Julie's bucket list, outside of visiting Israel, which is our number one goal in life, but they're going through a lot right now. So it's not a good place to be. So that, and it's super expensive, astronomical. So this was a little bit more doable. And the port, not going to mention it. It's pretty obvious, but it's 45 minutes from our house. Julie loved that. Excuse me. Julie loved that we could both in our conditions handle that drive. Less than an hour, no problem. So that departs April 26th from Port Canaveral. I'm going to let it be known. That's the port. Dad lost birth certificates. Not a good time to lose birth certificates. So they're coming. They should arrive Wednesday from Michigan.
Yep.
Thank you to those lovely people in the great state of Michigan. Dad paid an expedited, which means fast, quicker service to get those down here in time for that trip. So next week's going to be packing for a cruise, and try not to cry every single day along the way, because I'm going to be missing her and feeling horribly guilty for having a good time without her, because that stinks. No one likes that.
Yeah.
But when she passed, and we thought she'd be able to go on this trip, by the way, for sure. Julie will tell you if she was here. She thought she had till June, because that's what she was told was the average, not the expectation. So no one's we're not mad at anybody. But she thought June, maybe July or August, if she was doing really well. No one saw March or April or even May, to be honest. May, end of May, maybe. But I know in my mind she did not want us to kick the can down the road, as they say, and extend this trip later to grieve. She would have wanted us to go. And we are. And we're looking forward to it. And it's going to be amazing. I don't know the protocols that we're going to off the top of my head. I'm not extremely excited for them. It's not why I picked this one. I picked this based on the date, April 26th. It sounds like an awesome adventure. Pardon the pun. Adventure of the Seas. Mm-hmm. The Flynns are going on an adventure, and we're bringing them with us. Not our ashes.
Yeah, I know.
We're going to leave those here.
Yeah.
So that's, you're like, I love you, but you're like on top of me. You're going to be on my lap in a minute. My goodness. Isn't he cute? I think he's cute.
All right, we need to scroll up a little.
Whoa, Shopper Girl. Yes, go Wildcats for sure. I remember when, not to be rude, when my Fab Five, way back in the 90s, defeated your Wildcats and your amazing Wildcats. Yeah. And you said that you are right across the river from Ohio State. I'm so sorry. That sounds like a horrible skyline. So I'm sorry. But it gives you a beautiful sight on something to pray for every single day. What's next? That's a great question. That's a great YouTube name. As my kidney starts to flutter, that's not good. Howdy. Shopper Girl, please, everyone hit the thumbs up for this channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We would really appreciate that. I'm going to go back and watch Julie's journey. All right. Please do. The rare smile you get from her. the rare smile you see her pop into the screen is so genuine. And that meant she wasn't lethargic or exhausted to give you that smile. So enjoy that. I haven't looked at them yet. I can't go back, not yet, to see them. I can't. But yeah, go back and anyone can binge those and get caught up on that stuff. So yeah, Shopper Girl said, have an amazing time, friend. Tia, that's so awesome. Julie will be happy for you. You okay?
Yeah.
Don't let me make you cry. If you want to cry, you cry. You let it out.
No.
All right. Tiny Dancer. Mom had cute nicknames for this one. Yeah. So again, Tia. I'm sorry, Tia. That is awesome. Very blessed. I'm very pleased. Anyone want to pray? Pray that our documents are all in good shape. I'm Canadian. I do not have a passport. I have a permanent alien card from the 80s. This is permanent. This card does not change. If I'd gotten an alien card, say in 1995 or 2002, I would have to get a new alien card every 10 years. It's horrible. Like a passport, you have to get a new one every 5 or 10 years, right? My alien card is a permanent alien card, and it was issued at a time when you did not have to update it ever. So, as it's falling apart, and you can't relaminate government IDs, right, folks? You know that? Can't touch it. When I hand them my little alien card out of my wallet, it's a picture of me 1 year younger than him. They don't know how to deal with that. I have to instruct customs. Here's my birth date. That's me. Here's my driver's license in Florida. There's my address. I don't have a passport. Don't need one. Well, if you're from Canada, no. I am Canadian. I am from, i.e. in present tense, Florida. My residence. Yeah. So, the one time we went on a cruise 10 years ago, it was an issue. And it created tears for Julie like you wouldn't believe. She was livid. We figured it out after wasting hours and hours and hours of my week prior to the cruise. Not weeks, days actually. After I already gotten permission to go on the cruise and that my documents were fine. Still drama. So when I see it coming, now they got blood pressure issues. Not quite as cool a cat as I was when I was 42 or 30. So that's anxiety that I do not need. I need just a nice, streamlined, efficient boarding. But the kids, all they need is their birth certificate. So and we're gonna pack and have fun doing that. But so yeah, I got my Ontario birth certificate from Canada, the small one that fits in your wallet. That's a big thing in Canada. So I got my birth certificate, my alien card, and my Florida driver's license, and I know that's acceptable. And I confirmed that a couple months ago with Royal. Not that I trust that, because I tried that 10 years ago, like 6 times actually. I called them out of paranoia, and they still didn't work well with me. So, I know, I see it. I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Yep, Renee, she would still want you all to go on the cruise and have a good time. We're going to have a great time. Even in my sadness or my waves of things that come over me, I'm going to try to give myself grace. Someone told me. I'm going to try to get through it and pray. And I'll probably bounce back. This is the most bipolar thing I've ever gone through in my life, where for 2 hours you think you're dying or you think something horrible, really, physically. And then you take a shower, you get out of it, and then your kid says something 2 hours later that just cracks you up. And life's awesome. So thank you for that. Try to take a lot of videos, a lot of clips. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy the internet package. It's a package you can purchase. Definitely not buying it for the kids. Way too expensive, and I do not want them on devices at all. So they're not happy with that,
I'm
but that's too
I
bad.
don't really care.
Good.
I
But-
might make short videos, like
And then do something with them later when you get home.
Yeah.
Right.
that's what you should do, like pre-record.
Worst case. Yeah.
like that's
probably what I'm
people
going to
normally
do. But if I get my own package for just one device, which is mine, then we could that'd be great to do a live on the
Yeah.
ship.
But you
A
need
live
to
video
bring your
from
computer.
wherever. Phone. Live.
Yeah, but
from my phone.
That'd be annoying. Like,
I don't know if I prop it up and it's not shaky.
yeah, but us both having to look at a little screen.
No,
Whatever.
it'll be fine.
Oh, and the chat.
Hold on. I'm just checking. How many we have? 8. Thank you for
8.
all of you folks that are here.
And we got 14 likes. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. Sorry if I'm creeping in on you folks a bit too much there. Crazy loving it, Sheila. Hello from Michigan. You're all in my prayers. Thank you, Miss Sheila. That's very sweet of you. Shopper girl. I am sure she is an inspiration. She is an inspiration. She really is. She's an inspiration to be a better person. She was by no means perfect. She'd be the first to admit that. I wasn't perfect for her, and she wasn't perfect for me. I don't think I'm perfect for anybody. I think she'd agree with that. But we loved each other in spite of our flaws and our sin and everything. And we cared about each other greatly. So she's my girl. And here's that special guest, Carol L. from Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love you, Carol. If she
Carol
saw
and
you,
Jesse.
she'd hug you right away, and you might recognize them. You might remember them from Saginaw, but I don't know.
Carol and Jesse were here last time on part 1.
Okay, yep. Hi, Jess. Yeah, thank you, by the way.
Yes,
Thank you,
Jesse.
Jesse. I was getting to that next. Thank you very much for being here. We're going to wrap it up fairly soon because Dad has to eat. I'm feeling a bit.
All right.
My oldest son said, you should just eat on the video. I'm like, no, that's probably actually,
Some people actually do that.
that's weird.
I know.
I can't do that. I don't even want to see pictures of your food. That's gross. That's nasty. I mean, take a picture of your whole plate, sure, but not half eaten with your fork in there. And
Yeah.
that's, who wants to see that? Is that me? It's probably me. Willow, what are you eating? Huh?
Willow.
She licking the floor? That's not good, honey. Go lay down. So did we not touch on anything?
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers. Hello.
Oh, yeah,
Willa
this-
just cheered.
Yippee. Is what she said.
Willa, are you happy Mama's got 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah.
You are.
Yep.
Willa, can you tell all the puppers out there to subscribe and like our show? What? What? There you go.
Yep.
She's a lover. She loved Julie so much. Always thought it was adorable because Julie loved her too. But Julie's a cat person. Doesn't make Julie bad.
Yeah. Sharper Girl suggested a cooking video.
Oh,
I
first
mean,
of all,
oh, Graham
let me
Gabe.
finish. No. To speak to that sounds exhausting. Tonight, could I do it? No.
not
Does it sound like a fun little project for him and I to do together? Or maybe get Gabe out here to show you his amazing brownies? Yes.
Yeah.
But am I a cook? A good cook? Julie would tell you I'm an amazing cook. She'd say you're an awesome cook. And I would laugh and say, thank you for flattering me. But no, I'm not. She'd say you are because you're so much better than average. You're not, professional or great. But when she worked and I wasn't working, the least I could do was cook for her. And that's something I've been brutal at for the last several years, to be honest. 3-4 times a month is a joke. And it used to be at least probably 3-4 times a week, if not more, for years. And she loved it. She loved it. She didn't care what it was. She just came home and it was ready. Or she'd text me, leaving work. So I knew how much time I had to kind of plate the table. And when she came home with that smile and she was so impressed, she'd just be like, thank you so much. So I love doing that for her. And So, yeah, thank you for that. Congratulations on the first 1,000. On to 5,000 viewers. We got like over 100,000 views. It's not bad for a unedited, unmusical, no intro or outro, which is coming.
Oh,
I'm still trying to learn. So another year or two. And I can also go back in our previous videos and clean those up and add to those. And that also gives a reason where folks can go back and watch them again. Yeah. I'll let people know when that happens. So today's Saturday, tomorrow's church. Looking forward to it like I am every single week. Have been pretty much all my adult life. And like I said, the support they give me is just second to none. Such a loving church. And it's not a mega church. We don't have 5,000 people. You know what I mean? We might have 500 to 1,000, and that's 2 different services. And that's fluctuating. So we have a heart of 10,000 in a few hundred, and we're very appreciative of that. Yeah. So we're gonna end this now.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything else going on this next week. Hopefully more good news. Nothing that I know of. Nope. Okay. Let's wrap it up. Make sure we give you a big, huge blow them a kiss. I'm waiting for you to join me. Come on. Right? That's you would have done that in a heart. There you go.
God bless.
Yes, always and always. God bless. And be ready, because he could come back tonight and he could come back next year. But he's not coming back in 10 or 20 years or in 100 years. If you look around the world, that's crazy talk. As much as this might sound like crazy talk, no. So we look for that. We look to the sky every day. I do. Absolutely, I do. Not a conspiracy theorist at all, but he's our great joy and hope. And we love the Lord, and we know Julie's in a much better place. And that's what I take my strength from. Great strength from that. So we'll end it here. We love you, and we'll talk later. Call the wild.